Looks like we're live.
We good to go?
Yeah, we're live. It says we're live.
Oh, okay.
I'll check it on my phone to make sure.
I believe it. I believe that the error message kind of throws me off.
Yeah, because, yeah. I've seen that every once in a while.
We're dealing with the most technologically advanced company in the world, YouTube. Well, welcome to the Tokyo Crypto Show, the Manosphere's only cryptocurrency show, and we are the only call-in cryptocurrency show on the planet, from what I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say on planet Earth.
On planet Earth, we are truly groundbreaking pioneers over here. So, you're welcome. You are welcome.
Well, that's a cool thing. I was talking earlier this week on I think Monday's show about like why now getting into crypto is so good, how you can take advantage of it. It's so easy to start a business in crypto compared to a lot of other industries. So, you know, if you know anything about it, you're above 99% of the population.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just shows you, something as simple as this, where you go, here, call into this show with your free questions. You know, I mean, come on, like it's not that hard to innovate these days.
Take action.
Yeah.
So we got a couple people in the hizzle right now. Molotov Cocktail, what's up, big dog? And then we got Wasted John, what's up? And then Winston Wolf. MLD chess is getting situated. You can tell I've been working out. I've been 2 days back in the gym now. Getting a little...
those little titty bumps.
Getting no fucking crypto games. Kind of make the bread move.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, no.
That, but, you know.
4-month hiatus. The arms are getting skinny from jujitsu. But now we're going to get this party started. Proud Masculine, what's up, man? We're doing a little crypto show. I know you want to be, you maybe pressed the wrong button, but we can't do the shared screen right now. But yeah, as always, I'm Jonathan from Modern Life Dating. This is Charlie from CultivateCrypto.com. And today, on the Tokyo Crypto Show, it is the 10th episode. We're already at 10. It is looking good. We are doing it. And
celebration.
Charlie's doing his show every day on his channel as well.
I think I'm up to, what am I at, like 16 or something now?
16 subscribers?
No, 16 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Almost
good.
40 subscribers now.
Yeah, 40 subscribers. I just passed over 1,600, but I've been doing this for 4 years. Yeah. You know, so I finally got some momentum starting January by doing this live show.
Yeah, and once you snowball, you snowball.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, just a little update. Like I'm actually going to be speaking at the 21 convention in Poland, in Warsaw, Poland, in July. So I'm going to be sending an email out to all the guys on my email list with a link to buy a ticket if you want to come see me. You know, shake my hand, drink a beer, maybe get in a fight, have a good old time, talk cryptocurrency, whatever. You know, if you want.
If they don't like crypto, then they get in the fight, yeah.
Yeah. You know, believe me, I'm always ready to go. So, you know, if you want to come out to the 21 convention, come on out there. If you're on my email list, I'm going to send it to you. My email list is primarily the waiting list for the guys who want to get into body language mastery. As you know, registration is closed now. Q2 registration is going to open up June 28th, 29th, 30th, July 1st, and July 2nd. And then it's closed, and the price goes up in Q3. So, just so you guys know, get on my email list. Link is in the description box below. Go to my Instagram at ModernLifeJohn or at Modern Life Dating, and you can see the whole 9 yards. But yeah.
Well, yeah, your course will be increasing in value as crypto is this year. You know, going from, basically starting at 0.
Yeah.
Going to, a very nice price by the end of this year. So that's a good thing.
Yep. And then Big Googs wants to fight me. So
I'd love to see that one.
Yeah.
He might meet your match on that one.
Oh no, he would kick my ass. Yeah. He's a blue belt. I'd give him a run for his money though. I'd make sure I would die, but he would be very tired.
as long as you make it worth his while, right?
Yeah. And I could possibly catch him. We'll see. Who knows? There's always ups and downs in the fight. But anyways, guys. So today we're gonna talk about understanding cryptocurrency slang, jargon, and acronyms, and we want to treat this more so as a call-in show as well. So if you want to call in, the number is right here, 657-383-1318. Charlie and I, we don't have any time limits on today's show.
No.
So we're just going to go until we're done. And if you have any questions about cryptocurrency, or you're just trying to figure out, you don't know what the fuck cryptocurrency is, you're like, what is Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin a scam or whatever? Call in. I will give you the hot dude, average kind of just, hot dude explanation. And Charlie will drown you in detail. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you take your pick. You get the simple road, you get the detailed road, you take them both.
It's better to, usually an extreme one way or the other is never the option. It's always some sort of mixture in the middle, which is good for people, right?
Yeah.
So everybody kind of has a little different route when they come to it.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do. So call in if you got any questions. The number's on the line. It's completely free, 657-383-1318. And just for you guys watching right now, just know that, like I said, look, I just want to point something out, okay? So the price action has been pretty stable, right?
Yeah, it's been pretty good, above 5,000.
When it had that huge jump, that's when we had a spike in our audience. As you can see right now, it's about 7 people.
And also, I think the YouTube algorithm with like the habiting maybe potentially could draw a lot of people in too. I'm not quite sure, but it's interesting.
For you guys watching, right? This is the people that matter, really, because if you're getting into cryptocurrency, it doesn't need to be an emotional thing, because, like, believe you me, when this bull market comes, watch what happens, because you're gonna see our audience attendance go through the fucking roof. 100+ people easily.
Well, basically, a lot of the things that happen when cryptocurrency gets in a bear market, or sorry, in bull market, when things go wild, like you don't even have to try; you just have to be there.
Yeah.
To take advantage of that stuff. Sometimes, in terms of like people watching a show, or if you have the right product at that time. Just this market, people FOMO in, and we'll be talking about these types of acronyms today. And people just jump in when it's hot. When it's not hot, I mean, the last 1 week, the price has basically been going sideways, a little bit up, a little bit down, but people get kind of bored with it again.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it's just the people who take action, who watch it during the times when it's going, not up, are the ones who will make a lot of money on it. The ones who get in after the price has gone up like a crazy amount. Like I think there was a tweet the other day, somebody was saying, I'm not a buyer of Bitcoin at $10, $100, $1,000, $20,000, but at $100,000, I'm a buyer because it's going to $1 million. It's just like retarded thinking.
Yeah, and I think Google just did a report that it's just like the normies are just norming the normies are just norming down the road, and they're stinking up the place. Like basically, they found out that most normies, most average people who don't know anything, they only buy Bitcoin when the price is going up. And strategically speaking...
Yeah. You know what they call that in the trading world? They call it dumb money and smart money. Mm-hmm. So the dumb money is the money that buys at the top. The smart money is the one that actually controls, not the price per se, but, controls the movements in the markets. So, yeah, I think there was one guy who I was watching who said, a lot of the smart money actually trades in bonds, T-bonds, things like that. Which actually sways not only the stock market, but also has some effect on the other markets as well, which I thought was kind of an interesting point of view because it was something that I hadn't considered before. But yeah, there is definitely most, the smart money is 20%, the dumb money is 80% if you go by the 80-20 principle. But most people jump in when it goes crazy, and that's why it goes crazy. It gets overvalued, basically.
So what was going on with you and your show this week? Any interesting things happening? Let's give the people a little update here.
Yeah, so one thing I do want to shill myself a little bit. So I'll do that before we talk about one of the cool things that happened today.
Just put it on the screen.
Oh, we can do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool. I'll do it both in the chat and the screen. How do you do this? Oh, yeah. I'll do this first. I made Twitter. I haven't made a tweet yet, but please follow me here. And then we can show it on the screen as well. This one?
Yep.
And yeah, it looks like a lonely place here on Twitter. I just followed basically anybody who I put on the following here are only people who I value quite strongly in the cryptocurrency community. Because when I tweet out stuff will go there, but then I have a few followers that got put on by bots or whatnot. So yeah, go to Cultivate Crypto at Cultivate Crypto on Twitter. Follow me, and then you'll see some of my shit posts, some of my memes, Probably some good information on there every once in a while as well. But yeah, Twitter's kind of a place for putting all sorts of information out there. But I think today's show in particular, talking about slang, all this type of stuff, acronyms for crypto. I mean, if you go on crypto Twitter and you don't know what they're talking about, or you don't know what these things are, you'll just be like, kind of lost or a fish at sea, So I think that's kind of the usefulness of today's episode. If you go and follow me here, and then you get in line and follow some of these other people that I'm following, and kind of get your bearings in the crypto sphere as well as the manosphere. It's kind of the same thing. You just kind of got to get used to the lingo and that type of thing. So that's what it is.
I want you to talk about one of my prize students, and also now one of your prize students, the fucking MVP.
Yeah, so
our boy Jacob is just crushing the life game. This kid is just a sponge.
So yesterday on my episode, I said the same thing that we just said today. Since the price is moving sideways, like one of the episodes that I chose to do an episode about, because my platform is made. Thank you very much, King Nick. My platform is made by the people who interact with me. So if I do a consultation with somebody and they say, hey, I have this problem or this issue, I want to figure it out, I'll do an episode on that. Or, maybe I'll send them something in private and explain it. But I thought, since it's kind of a slow time in the crypto sphere in terms of price action, I thought I would do something on mining and tell people, okay, if you want to get into cryptocurrency mining, here's the basics about how to do it. I didn't do like a tutorial exactly down to the details, but I gave people the tools and the links.
Right.
So I was like, if anybody wants to do this, I knew one or two guys who wanted to. I was like, go for it. And Mr. Jackson, he said he was pretty good with like doing command prompts, basically telling your computer actions to do, as well as Vincent Vale. And then, actually, Jacob was probably the biggest man of action of the day, because he actually, I have him on my private thing because I give him some specific information on crypto every once in a while, which he asked me for through my platform. And so I told him, he was watching it on the replay about how to get into mining, followed the links, and then within 2 or 3 hours, he had his mining rig up and going and mining Monero, which is a privacy coin, which I thought was like, holy shit, that's great, because somebody took fucking action. And here's a picture of Jacob's computer running the Monero stack. If you don't know Monero, it's a privacy coin, but it's XMR. So you can see up there in his top of his screen, you can see XMR-stack, which is the application that you download to run the mining on your computer. But then you actually do some command prompts, do some troubleshooting. I gave on my show yesterday a few forums you can go to actually, if you have a problem with mining, you can talk to developers directly through Discord. He did that. He had it up within a couple of hours, and you can see, it says new block detected, and in the middle of the screen it shows his vitals, like his hashing rates, and then what kind of GPU he's using, and then at the bottom, or CPU, and then at the bottom it says, new block detected, results accepted by the pool, so forth and so forth, which is what you see when you're mining, to show you that your computing power is going towards the mining pool. So I thought that was pretty damn cool, and especially that he got it done so fast just shows how intelligent he is as a person. So it took me, I was doing it on my Mac, so Windows is definitely easier to mine stuff on. I was doing mine on a Mac, which a lot of the developers, they when they troubleshoot, they're like, I don't know how to do it on a Mac. I've never done it on a Mac. So like that took quite a bit longer for me, but I think anybody who gets into it, if that's something that you want to do to kind of learn more about cryptocurrency, how it works under the hood, just take a look at my episode I did yesterday and then try to beat Jacob, try to go faster than him. I don't know if you can do it. I think he did pretty well. So I thought that was pretty good.
No, it's always good stuff. And that's the thing, there's many ways. Like, if you think we're joking, like, this is not, like, this is real deal. Like, you guys, you can make money. You trading cryptocurrency. Like, Charlie's made 6 figures. I've made 6 figures, but,
Yeah, you made a good amount of money.
This fucking laptop is this is the 2018 MacBook Pro, 15 inches with the touch bar, the whole fucking 9 yards. This thing was 100% bought by cryptocurrency, with cryptocurrency at the same time. I bought this with Bitcoin. So, this is happening. cryptocurrency is not going away. Bitcoin dominance is 50% of the market usually. All as of right now, that's just been the standard for a while now,
or higher.
So, that's just what we're bringing to the table, 150%. So, what is it? Ain't playing, my guy? What does that mean?
I think he's just taking action, doing it right away, not
playing any games. I was wondering like a stream's cut out or something. Okay.
Oh, okay, no.
So let's do a real quick rundown of the chat here, then we'll get going here. So, Ivor, our local dairy farmer from Ireland, what's up, baby? Mark Gordon, what up? Tony S, what's up? Got your comment the other day about the engineering, very interesting. King Nick, what's good? Vince Vale, yo. And Cody, what's going on, man? Charlie, how much do you lads pay per kilowatt for electricity?
I don't even remember, but I know Jacob has a good deal on it. I don't want to give the specifics, but better than me. But actually, I think it's more expensive here for power than in America. So actually, the thing that I said on my show yesterday is, if you're mining cryptocurrency this day and age, if you're just doing it on your laptop or your computer, which is why I chose Monero, because you can still do that, you're probably not going to be making money or much money, especially not soon. It's more for the education, more for understanding how this shit works, so that you understand what you're investing in, basically. So it's something that you would do over a weekend or over a few hours, and then if you decide to keep doing it, you can find a way to make money. Like, for example, if you find a way to get cheap electricity, then that would be the way to go. But I just did it personally because I was interested in it. Well, you got to know what you're investing in, right? You got to know where.
I'm reading the comments. This is fucking Jacob says here to make money and pop some cherries.
Perfect. So
Molotov Cocktail says that's going to be an expensive computer one day, John. Hey, it's true, but if I didn't buy that computer, you would not be able to see this handsome face right here.
It's true.
And none of you guys would be part of this community. So hey, I'll take that L. But at the end of the day, I got zero regrets. I don't plan, like I said, Bitcoin shouldn't necessarily be your primary investment.
No, it should be like 1% of your actual net worth or your capital.
Well, you're breaking that rule.
No, of course. It's like, well, if you're somebody who's normally an investor in random stuff, like probably it's a high risk investment for most people, so it'd probably be 1%. But for me, I believe in it. I know what it is.
Yeah.
I can understand it, and so I just like fuck it, chips in, baby. And, then you make more money the more you put in it, of course. But
no, I have multiple investments going to expand my hot dude empire, as most of you guys should as well, right? We always remember the fundamentals here are make money, make muscles, learn game, and today is the money show. So we're going to be talking about understanding cryptocurrency, slang, jargon, and acronyms. So what do you say? Let's just get right into this. We got you want to do some price action? You have some charts first? Why don't you do that?
Sure.
Yeah, that's important. That's important. Okay, we're going to talk about the Bitcoin price now. So ears up, normies. Let's say, here we go. This is what you guys are looking forward to.
All right. Well, I'll just mention this a little bit, and then let's take this off so it doesn't look so messy. So this is what I got going here since the bottom of the bear market being down here in the left-hand corner around December 2018. If that is actually the case, then with Elliott waves, I won't explain too many of the details in this show, but it looks like we usually have 5 waves up. So we could potentially be seeing something like this where we get up towards 5,800, break down and break back up. This black, I'm just kind of doing some review here for people who haven't seen this on a day-to-day basis. And within each of these waves, you have like Russian dolls, kind of smaller, patterns of the same pattern. So the 5-wave increase here is what we see potentially happening now. And then this black line here is what happened in the end of in the middle of 2015 at the end of the last bear market, beginning of the last bull market. So I just kind of guesstimated here the percentages of what the prices would be if it did the same thing. And it's generally moving in that direction. So what I've said on my show is the price that we're at currently, or actually last night when I did my show, we were about somewhere around here, around 5,000, 5,100, and we were going down hard. And I said, well, it's a decision point for Bitcoin. If it breaks 5,000 and starts to roll over, then this information will have to change, and I'll have to change my count, and then we start seeing lower prices, right, around 4,600, whatnot. But that didn't happen. Actually, this morning, it started jumping pretty good.
Well, it's at 5,200.
Yeah, it's at 5,217 right now. Today's been at that price most of the day in Japan, but it's, when America wakes up, things will start moving potentially, which is what's happening now. So, let's just look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on a smaller scale. So if I put this here on a smaller scale, we're looking at it in 30-minute increments. So each candle is 30 minutes instead of on here. It's 1 day each candle. So this is really zooming in, guys. But here, this wave 3 to 4 usually corrects in an ABC fashion, which is what you see on this green line here, this A, B, and C, which is 3 waves down. And then after a 3 wave down, you generally have 5 waves up, which here I would put that 5, which you see also here on this blue wave, right? So if that's the case and that's actually happening, then I'm trying to read, if I'm doing day trading, right, which I would not recommend for most people, but if you are, then as a day trader, what you'll try to do is you'll try to look in here, okay, so if this is a 5 wave impulse up, what would wave 1 look like? Well, you divide that by 5 waves as well, and you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which means we could potentially be done with this wave 1 as of basically this morning for us. But we could also, this wave 4, depending on how it goes, could actually go higher. So the reason why I don't put the wave 1 here yet is because we would really need to break down overnight, basically over the day today in America, down to about 5,100, and that would prove that that's the case. If we go up in price in America today, then this wave 1 may continue a little bit. So yeah, it looks like we have a bit of buying action this morning after a big sell-off. So when the American market opens, if it sees the price kind of high, they'll sell off in the morning and then they'll buy in a little bit later in the day. So
interesting. I had no idea that it went up to 5,200.
Oh yeah, well last night it got up to almost 5,300.
Interesting, very, very, very interesting. So
Yeah.
Are you out right now?
No, I'm still in.
And what was your entry point?
So after that big impulse up, because I thought it would happen, but I thought it would happen later, I got in mostly around this 49.50 area was my average price. So you can see like here, this area is basically, that's where support has been most of the time. So that's actually a decent price to get in at. Here we got a little bit of a scare down to 48 or 47 almost. But I didn't sell it at that time and then just kind of rode the waves there. But yeah, I think this bar here kind of surprised a lot of people. A lot of people are like, it didn't surprise me, but they're full of shit. So anyways, yeah, I'm still in it to win it. So I'm expecting this on a larger scale, expecting us to try to test this 5,800.
Over what, the next couple of days? Or
by the end of this month, but in the next day, potentially, try that 53, 5,400 somewhere in there again. But it's going to be, a bit of sideways action here for this week.
Very interesting indeed.
So yeah, that's it on the price.
All right, let's go back to the live chat, see what's going on here.
Is that the one?
YouTube, yeah. Alrighty, okay, so it looks like everybody's paying attention because the chat rate is pretty low. I guess the question I really want to ask is, if you invest in a mining rig, which currencies to mine, and when will you break even and then create a positive NPV?
Yeah, so you would probably have to buy an ASIC miner, ASIC, which you would want to put in your garage or somewhere where it can be both hot and loud, because these ASIC miners, they're not cheap. And
what are they, like $9,000?
No, they're like 2,000 to 5,000, I think, something like that. I looked at them back when we started crypto because I was like, oh, maybe that's the way to go. But to be honest, it's almost at an industrial scale now. It's for a lot of these coins that are actually worth something, it's not truly not worth it. But with Ethereum and Monero, those two coins, Monero, you can mine on your normal computer and so forth. So that's how you would start learning about mining. So I would learn it first, do something like that, play with it, and then figure out how to optimize. So after you've done it on your normal computer, you understand how the process works with that particular coin. Then you can go over and start deciding, okay, maybe Ethereum, might be a decent coin to mine depending on how much energy that I can use and how much my energy cost per kilowatt is, plus how much hardware I need to buy for that. Bitcoin is going to be really tough to mine, so I would say take it step by step. First, start figuring the basics of mining out by checking out that show I did yesterday, and then once you do it for like 2 weeks on your computer or something like that, then figure out, okay, can I optimize for this coin, or should I give up on mining, or should I get better hardware because I can see how this shit works now. So if you haven't done it before, it's going to be hard to try to understand how to do that from the very beginning. For some people, they have different means, like they have free electricity, or they have access to cheap hardware or stuff like that. So if you can have access to something that'll give you an advantage, then you probably have a decent chance at making money.
Yeah, if you
might take a few months.
If you live on a military base, you get free electricity.
Yeah.
So just milk that shit.
Exactly. Or if you can get away with it in the garage or warehouse of a school or company you work at, without anybody noticing.
You work at the library, like, old Greta's like, what the hell is that? Like, it's an air conditioner. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's a heater for the winter.
It's Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi protection from terrorists. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just put it in a big looking book or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But why is that book making noise? But yeah, something like that.
But yeah, okay, so Vincent Vale says, what's your risk? Bought in at $49.50. So when would you cut losses if it decides to move against you? Well,
that's a great question.
It's up to you because...
Well, but he's asking, like, what would I do, right?
Sure. But are you thinking long-term, short-term? Because, if we're thinking long-term...
So this play is based on what I did in 2018, which was... If we take, I'll just show the chart just to kind of show a basic example of what I did, because you guys know about the tether strategy that I did, and I'll take, let's see, so here you can actually see the price action of the whole last year, right? So when I initially bought into crypto, when I bought into Ethereum, it was all the way down in May around here, right? When I should have been buying Bitcoin at that time, but I bought Ethereum, which also went up in the same bull run, right? So either way, you're good. But I think when I started really buying Bitcoin, was actually around this dip here, both at the beginning of the dip and then the middle and the end. So this area here between, pretty much around 4,000 and a few hundred. That's the area that I mostly got in at. So even when the bear market was starting, I was already in heavy profit. So I started taking gains here and putting them into either other cryptocurrencies which were going up in January of 2018, or also into some US dollar tether. And then especially from this time here, heavily putting as much of my crypto into tether as possible, which kept, most of my gains.
Kept the value too, right?
Kept the value in tether. And then as you can see it stepping down, try to go in and out, but only on monthly increments. Like this month it looks like it's going down, okay, follow that until we get towards the bottom, and then get back in, catch some of this wave up but not the whole thing, because I thought by this time we know we're in a bear market. I thought. A lot of people disagreed with me. So I was mostly in tether during these times, kind of jumping in and out with Ethereum and Bitcoin. And then I was able to catch like almost 80 to 90% of this wave, which a lot of people missed out on. A lot of people started selling around here, which tough luck. But I caught most of that, which was great. And so I actually had a lot of crypto down here, still a similar amount of capital that I had towards this part of the market.
Capital being cash.
Right, exactly. Capital being the value of your holdings.
Right.
And so down here, I multiplied my crypto by quite a good amount. So what my theory was I'm going to continue playing the bear market until it proves me wrong. And so, here, I thought it was going to go up, but I thought it was going to go up in the middle of April instead of at the beginning. And so I was kind of waiting a little bit too long here. And I missed, 80% of this candle until we got...
But everybody missed it. That was 100% a pump.
Well,
that was not organic.
There's a few people in New York who I follow who are, they've been trading for 25 years. they were even saying, they were like, yeah, we expected it a couple weeks later as well. And if you know, all these guys on Twitter who say they caught most of this wave, most of them are full of shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, you know, people like to brag about stuff to make themselves look better. But so I had enough profit in crypto to be able to miss this because I was still keeping my dollar value amount. Right. And so I didn't lose any money by not getting on this bandwagon. But I feel where we're at now, you know, or where we were at when I jumped in after that candle was strong enough, because it kind of showed this downtrend, but it didn't go all the way down. It was strong enough that I was like, okay, I can get in around here and then see where it goes. And at worst, if it breaks down, then I can get out at a break even. And then if it continues going down, then you're fine, right? So to answer the question, where would I put my stop loss? I would do that based on how this has evolved. And how it has evolved is most of the support is around this 50-50 mark right here, or 50-25. You can see most of these candles, top of the candles and bottoms of the candles being at that area. So if you want to risk a little, sometimes the wicks do go below, as you can see for these two ones here. So you don't want to get sold out too quickly. So, you know, if you're okay with taking a little bit of a loss, you know, maybe 48.75, you know, would be okay, based on where I got in, because it's low enough that if we did break below that price, especially how long it's been going on, that would probably not be a good sign. So that's probably where I would put it personally for where I got in, because I would put it a little bit below, so I'd actually lose a little bit of money, because you know, I don't want to get stopped out if it goes down for a little bit and then comes back up, right? I want to go to a price that I know if it gets to that price, it's definitely going to break down from them. So I'm okay taking a loss there.
And you could theoretically, I mean, you could take profit right now. He's up. If you're a little,
well, yeah,
if you're a little uneasy, and if you want, like, obviously this boost happened the other day. There are technically, you know, there's no really way to understand if this is going to go up or down. It's kind of like predicting the weather.
Right, but you look at it on a, you know, if you're in a short-term trade. So my trade here is from, what's that date? April 3rd-ish?
Yeah.
4th, 5th. To what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the bottom of this 5,800 here, somewhere in this range, if we can break up to there. So I'm going to start thinking about taking profit probably around 5,500, which, you know, we did hit for a very brief period of time there, around 54 something. So around 5,500 to 5,800, that's the zone that I start looking at. I'm like, okay, I definitely have to take something off the table here.
But theoretically, if you're uneasy about it now, like I got out. I got in at 49.50. I saw it drop, and during this candle here, I was watching it drop because I was kind of like, yeah, I'm making money in 53, and then I didn't take it, and then I got out like right about 50 like 5,030, and
so you didn't do a stop loss, you just took some profit, which is not a bad thing. It's fine,
right? And I only made like $30, but I mean, it's better than losing $30.
Yeah, well, yeah, my mentality is a little bit different. I'm like, I'm okay to lose the 30 or 100 or $200 or whatever, because I'm trying to play that longer part, but that is a little bit more risky if you're not paying attention to these price fluctuations on a day-to-day basis.
Right, and today I totally slipped my mind. I thought we were still at 5,000, so I just had no idea. So by the end of this month, you're predicting what? Let's put you on the spot here.
So I'm going 58, 57.
By the end of this month?
Hopefully by the end of this month.
Hope is not a strategy.
No, that's what I'm playing for, though.
Okay.
So based on if this wave one completes,
right,
and goes as planned, then, I mean, I won't be scared out by going back down to 50-50. Actually, I'll probably take some profit here, play that down in US dollar tether, buy back in somewhere around 5,100, and then ride that wave up. You know, you can play a little short-term games if you really have confidence in your calls, which I do. So I've been putting this out on my YouTube channel for the last few days, and if I'm wrong, you know, here's where I could be wrong, right? Here could be the cycle top, and if that's the cycle top and we're just going sideways before a breakdown, then I put my stop loss in, you know, somewhere between that $100 mark, so that I'm out really not much. So
good stuff.
But I'm playing for that 58, 57.
Let's go back to the chat, see what we got going on here. Everybody's paying attention. Nobody's tatting. I like it. So,
Good.
Charlie, do you mind yourself? No, he does not.
Nope. I do on an educational basis, but I don't for profit.
King Nick says, Charlie, looking at your Elliott wave, just curious as to why your 5 ends above 6K when 6K was godlike support turned resistance for the majority of 2018. I'd expect that to be a good short zone.
Oh, for sure. And that's why I said definitely take profits. You know, I'm just looking at this for myself here.
Okay.
Definitely take profits, you know, before that support, before that resistance zone, because resistance is going to get strong around 5,800. And actually, let me show this here. So if we really zoom out a little bit, I put these bluish gray zones on support and resistance for, you know, short and long term. So you can see here, a lot of the price action in 2018 hit through this 6,000, 5,800 area quite strongly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. On the 6th time, it broke through. So you're right. Why do I have, okay, then the 5th wave going through that? This is the most bullish potential that I can see. Of course, I could put the wave 5 here in the middle of that resistance zone. If we do see anything above 6K or 6.2K, that will be for a very, very brief period of time. And sometimes when it does go bullish like this, it does break through that resistance for a very brief period of time. So I would not be trying to take profits above 6,000. I would be trying to take profits before that, and probably around this 55 to 5,800 region. Even if I took profits, let's say around 5,750, which would be kind of cutting it close in my estimation. But let's say we did that either here or here. So either at the end of April or at the very beginning of May, if this count succeeds, then, you know, I miss this couple $100 up, but I'm okay with missing the end of a 5th wave. Like, I don't mind that at all. And then, because you know where it's going, but you don't know exactly what price it's going to stop at. So you want to get off the roller coaster before you start going down. That's for sure.
Yeah, even I'm looking at the prices now. I had no idea Binance coin is up to 1959. It was down to 17 the other day, but now it's yeah. Oh,
Hey,
Donovan Sharp, what up, baby?
Man in the house.
No, Donovan's in that crypto game.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, welcome up, welcome. Good to have you in. So yeah, man. Interesting. Yeah, the Binance coin going up is kind of blew my mind there.
It's in dollars. It still, compared to Bitcoin, it is down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sitting on a little bit of cash. I'm getting that crypto itch. I want to make a trade here.
See, this is what happens when you trade too much. So once I made my decision to go in, I figured, what is my goal? And based on how the waves were going at that time, and also the bullish sentiment at that time, I think, you know, you as well weren't quite 100% convinced that we were going to sustain above 5,000 because of how quickly we went up.
I was waiting for the dump. I still am.
I was waiting for it too. You know, I was just kind of like, because on these you get probabilities, but not certainties.
Right.
So, you know, when you said you were getting out, I was like, I can't blame you necessarily, because that candle was scary as shit that day. But I was like, okay, I'm going to be fine with my loss a little bit.
And buying in now is a total normie move. I don't think.
Yeah.
Right. That's not good.
If you're gonna buy in, you know, I would wait until, you know, if this wave 1 that we were talking about just now confirms and it goes down to this wave 2, then it gets back to like 50-50 or 5,100. Then you might consider it. If
seems to have solid support at 5,000.
Oh yeah, 5,000, 5,100. That's the band right now that has the most support.
Yeah. Good shit. So how about we actually get into today's topic?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Jonathan, guys, dropping knowledge on the crypto game. Pay attention. Get your crayons out. Gotta run. Hey, thank you. Yeah, guys, make sure to check out Donovan Sharp show. It's at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I was on there yesterday. We were talking about these weirdos who have sex with sex dolls and think it's okay.
There's a lot of those weirdos in Japan.
Well, you're like not into like the whole womanizing thing, but what do you think about a dude banging a sex doll?
Yeah. Well, like I think about there's some hotels in Tokyo that they have those things laying in rooms.
Oh.
The guy goes in there, does his deed, and then there's some poor bastard who has to clean that shit up.
Oh God, you can market patheticness to anyone. Jesus Christ. But anyways, okay, so let's get into today's show. So we're gonna talk about some cryptocurrency slang, jargon, and acronyms. And this episode is going to be a reference point for a lot of you guys who are learning this stuff. And you know, like even for today, we were talking about some slang, like we were saying pump and dump, and it's not like fucking a girl and throwing her away. Like there's also
there's some similarities.
There is some similarities.
Yeah, and, you know, things like
there
that.
are some similarities, but we're just gonna go ahead and get started right now. So we'll start with our first one here. Let's pop right in here. And guys, the phone lines are open, 657-383-1318. Any call you have, listen. No call is too small. No call is too small. And the dumbest question is the one you do not ask. Anything you don't know. You have two fucking experts on the screen right now. 100% free. You can't find this anywhere. And literally, we're the only cryptocurrency call-in show that I know of. Maybe there's one in like fucking Nepalese or some shit. But as far as English, and as far as being Tokyo-based, we're definitely the one that's Tokyo-based. We're definitely the only cryptocurrency show in the manosphere.
Yeah, well,
nobody's doing it.
The thing I would say is if you're going to put a question into the chat that's somewhat detailed, it's probably better to call in, because then we can actually throw things at you, ask a few more questions to kind of get a better idea of your situation as well.
Yeah, so call in, and in the meantime, let's just jump right into this. So we're going to talk about some things we got going on here, all right? And the first slang, it's an acronym, and it is FOMO. FOMO.
Which some of the people who missed that big, green candle at the beginning of the month might be feeling.
So FOMO is a state of mental or emotional strain caused by the fear of missing out.
So you get that FOMO itch, the price is looking pretty good right now.
Listen, I've got a little bit of crypto normie in me. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. I get way more emotional than he does. Because I'm kind of a spaz, with the crypto thing. Like during the Bitcoin rush, I was able to make some home runs. One day at my desk or in the office, remember, I made $6,000 with the Bitcoin Cash, and we fucked off for the rest of the day.
Yeah, well, you're good at seeing trends coming in far in advance.
Yeah.
Which, is what we're doing now at the beginning of the next bull market as well.
But also, there was Monacoin was pumped during that time, and Monacoin is like the Japanese Dogecoin, and it was pumping, and I put like $7,000 or $8,000 into it, and I fucking I lost a lot of money. It was just terrible.
Yeah, I remember I didn't ask you about the specifics of that one, but I remember you saying, I'm gonna buy Monacoin. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, learned a lot during that bull run. I learned a lot. But yeah, FOMO. So a lot of people, when they see the price jumps up, and Google recently did a report on this, right? Are you hot, by the way?
I was a little bit. That's why I kind of.
I'm gonna open the window in a second. But so FOMO is what it is like. Let's say today the price is 5,200, right?
Mm.
And
we got somebody good, or do we got anybody?
No, that's somebody hit me up on Skype for a consultation. Gotcha. So I hate when you guys do that.
I hate when you get a consultation.
Well, messaging me in the middle of the fucking show, it is what it is. But the FOMO is like, so let's say right now the price is 5,200. Let's say you go to sleep, you wake up tomorrow, all of a sudden the price is 7,000. You're like, oh, what the fuck? I gotta buy Bitcoin. God damn it. I knew I shouldn't have been putting it off. I've gotta buy this Bitcoin. Fuck, Mom, can I borrow some money? Maxing out your credit cards. You're spazzing the fuck out. That is FOMO, fear of missing out. And it is a huge negative in your psychology. It is bad to make these kind of moves. But 90% of the people in crypto are like this.
Oh, for sure. Most of them, they do it as well at the end, right? So, like I was saying, those 5 waves of the Elliott wave, usually people do it on the 5th wave, instead of waiting that one out and waiting for a standard correction, because they don't look at the market. They just look at what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're just following like a sheep and just doing what everybody else is doing because, they're making money and you're not, it probably is a sign that you might have been too late.
Yeah, when everybody starts hitting you up, like I remember in the peak of December 2017, I remember I had people that I had not talked to in a year calling me in Japan, like, hey man, you got some of that Bitcoin? What's going on with this Bitcoin stuff, man? And every fucking dick sucker in the manosphere is all of a sudden some fucking
expert,
Bitcoin expert. Like you got like like one of this drop shipping guys is like, oh, I'm gonna release a crypto trading report.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't know. And that's why I said, that's why we're doing the show now.
Yeah.
That's right, because it's not cool to be in crypto right now.
Pretty much.
It's not hot right now. But
we're all gonna lose our money. We're all gonna die.
Whatever. But at the end of the day, that's why we're doing this show now, because it's not cool, and the FOMO is very low. There's almost no FOMO right now.
Yeah, I think everybody saw that big green candle, and instead of thinking, oh, I should buy some Bitcoin, which is the smart thing to do at this point, because anything under 6,000 is going to be cheap here the next year. But a lot of people, instead of FOMOing in, they're like, that's just, it's just going to go down after that, right? People are actually more apathetic now. They don't give a shit.
Yep. So,
which is a good sign to buy.
So we're going to move on then. Guys, by the way, if you guys could just click like, that would be great. Click like. And if you're finding this show of value and you are liking what we're doing right now, go ahead and just click on this link, streamlabs.com / Modern Life Dating channel. Go ahead, click that. And
before it was cool. Funny.
Right there, that will get you to.
You can throw it back in the bar if you just. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
I did that. Oh well. Oh, we're gonna cancel the show. Okay. Can I drag it by here?
Yeah, usually, yeah. There you go. You just drag it and throw it in.
All right. I'm fucking smart. All right. So, 46 minutes in, we got one down. We got about 20 to go. All right. So. Let's go.
We can just do this because this is just fun, right?
Let's burn through them. The next one here is ATH. You want to cover that one, Charlie?
All-time high, baby.
Yep.
So that's the best. That's my favorite word in all of cryptocurrencies. When you see ATH, you're just having a good time. Hopefully on the next go around, we'll see some Lambos. I'm not gonna waste my money on that. I'll probably buy something better like an airplane. But
right.
All-time high as it's ever been. People are freaking out. People are FOMOing in. That's the time when you start thinking about selling. Yeah, so this is like when a cryptocurrency hits the highest point ever in its history. Worst time to buy. Yeah, worst time to buy. Strategically speaking. Like, theoretically, you go, well, I caught it out and it went up even 10, even wanted more, but... Well, think about it this way, right? $20,000 is the price that we have to get to have a new all-time high, or 20,000 and some change. For Bitcoin. Because the all-time high was like 19 and change? 19,000? Yeah, 19.5 or 7. Okay. So if we reach that point again, if you're looking at the waves like I was showing before, it's not the worst time to buy. In that sense, because we're at the beginning of a new phase, we just broke that last all-time high. You do have to get to that new all-time high at some point. But if it's like a super all-time high that's like way past the last one, that's where it starts to get scary. So, but that being said, anything under 10,000 for the next bull run will be actually cheap. But to be honest, I'm saying between 3 to 6 is probably the best price range that you can look at right now and just have a good idea of where it's going. So, yeah, if you buy in now, you don't even have to worry about buying it at an all-time high. You can just ride that for what it's worth. So let's go to the next one here, and that one is this is. We'll throw this one in because I know this is important. This is the opposite of all-time high. So this is wrecked. This is basically, you guys know what wrecked means. Like basically, if the price takes a super massive drop, like everybody who bought into BitConnect. Oh yeah. Their whole portfolio or their whole capital, all their value is just destroyed. Because BitConnect was a huge scam. Are those fuckers in jail? No, I don't think so. Nobody's in jail? There's got to be somebody. I don't think it was the main guy. Usually those things get kind of complicated, so I don't pay attention who got in jail and whatnot. But Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're going after ICOs mainly now in the States. So any ICOs which were blatantly against the law. But some of these guys, they get away with murder. So we got a caller on the line. I think it's our boy Molotov. Let's see. We got a new addition here. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
It's your boy Molotov. What's going on, guys? Good morning from fucking sunny Florida.
Sounds nice.
What up, dude? How you doing?
Good, brother. Just starting my day, tuning into the show. Fucking finally caught a live stream, so I'm pretty stoked. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Good. Watching this price, just educating the masses, trying to denormify the normies who have no idea what's going on in this big financial revolution.
Yeah, we've already gotten a few people. We got a few people who've bought and have been in profit since then. And there's also, a few people like Jacob who are actually starting to learn about mining and shit like that, which I think is pretty damn impressive. So, getting somewhere.
Yep. And then Molotov here calling in is Bitcoin maximalist. This guy loves Bitcoin and he believes in the philosophy of Bitcoin and everything. So, what do you got for us today, big dog?
Hey, nothing, man. So, yeah, I saw what Jacob's doing. Good on him for getting into mining. I myself have a little mining operation in Venezuela. And as you guys know, that's where you want to be mining because fucking electricity is basically subsidized over there. So we have a small little operation with between 15 and 20 miners in my friend's warehouse. We got some T9s, Charlie, that we got from Bitmain.
Oh, wow.
And those things are cooking. Only that in Venezuela we're getting a lot of electric shutdowns and shit. So, yeah, it's kind of sketchy because, you'll have electricity for a couple hours in the day and then for the rest of the day there's no electricity. I mean, it's harsh times down there right now. Yeah. But when the electricity is good and running, man, it's the place to mine, that's for sure.
And how long have you been doing that operation?
Well, it took us a while to get it set because my partner and I, we live in Florida and we're not there, but we're both Venezuelans. So, we have friends there and, basically computer geeks and miners. I mean, cryptocurrency in Venezuela is big, right? Because you guys know what's going on with the hyperinflation there.
Yeah.
And just Bitcoin is a great alternative for sound money. And it's a great case study of, how the future may present itself in regards to these cryptocurrencies. And I put up in the chat that, Christine Lagarde from the IMF, who's, I guess, the president of the IMF, she's stating, we've seen these declarations before that, cryptocurrency and, well, I just say Bitcoin is disrupting finance. So I'm here to preach also, man, that
you trust that bitch?
Like you said at the beginning, Charlie. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you trust that bitch from the IMF?
What's that?
Do you trust that bitch?
What about her?
From the IMF? Do you trust her?
Well, yeah. No. You can't trust anybody from the IMF, fucking any of these central banks, Federal Reserve, none of that shit. But the fact that at the end of the day, she has a big voice, and people will hear her, and the fact that she's saying that Bitcoin is disruptive, I mean, that's bullish to me.
Yeah, well, part of it, I kind of see it on a double side, right? Like, obviously it's bullshit, but it's great at the same time.
Bullish.
Oh, it's bullish. I think you said bullshit. I was like, it's bullshit too. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is disrupting, which is amazing.
Because our financial system is broken.
Yeah, well, it also depends.
It's a fucking scam.
It's similar with, what's his face? Julian Assange and WikiLeaks, right? A lot of people view him as somebody who did something good. A lot of people view him as somebody who did something bad. Same with Snowden. Same for a lot of these types of things that change the world. Yeah. Same with Trump as well, and all these other divisive figures. So which side of the coin you're on doesn't really matter to me. But what I see is where it's going. And I think all of us, Molotov, Jacob, you, everybody who's in this. Knows where it's going. So like you said, it's probably bullish once they start trying to throw rocks at it because that means they're losing.
Yeah.
Or starting to lose.
Right. So, yeah, guys, so, I mean, I'll let you guys run your show. I fucking love it. I'm a big fan. And awesome. It's like you say, like, at the end, when this thing starts kicking, and I'm thinking it's going to, we'll start seeing some fireworks towards the end of this year, and then 2020 and 2021 will get pretty fucking joyous. Your following will definitely go, through the roof. It'll break resistance as well. The message that I want to leave everyone that's listening and watching on YouTube is what you said, Charlie, which is like, so day trading is tough as shit. And I'm in finance, and I've been working in finance for 15 years. And any financier knows that the secret sauce in making money in finance, whether you're trading or investing in real estate, and John and I have had this conversation before, is you want to cover your downside. And when you're looking at when you're doing technical analysis, you aren't reading the tea leaves because the technical analysis so the good traders like Charlie, what they're great at is risk management, right? Because maybe 3 out of 4 times he's going to be wrong. But that one time, he's going to fucking knock it out of the park, and he'll recover his losses from the 3 times that he was wrong, and that's called asymmetric risk reward, right? And that's what good day traders like Charlie are good at, because at the end of the day, when you're looking at when you're doing technical analysis, you're not really predicting the future. You're, basically like you were showing your demonstration of your Elliott wave. You're looking at fractals from the past and saying what could happen.
Exactly.
But that could happen. That's where you're protecting your ass, setting your stop loss and all that shit. So I just encourage people, man, that are not like me, who want to sit in front of a computer all fucking day and trade, is just to buy some Bitcoin and go fucking do your thing. Go hustle if you hustle. If you're a golfer, go fucking play golf. If you're a surfer like me, go surf. And then, just buy and hodl, baby. Hodl.
Yeah, especially right now with the way things are going. That's perfect.
Yeah. So, dude, thanks so much for calling in. We're going to continue on with the show, but I really appreciate you calling in. Seriously, I really appreciate all your success. And, you and I talk on the regular. So, yeah, thanks so much, mate.
You got it, man. My respect to the both of you. Keep on spreading the good word. Much love.
Thank you very much, man. Have a good day.
Peace. There's our boy Molotov calling from the Ritz-Carlton in Miami, living that hot dude life.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, NA. So, yeah, when we talk about being wrecked, wrecked right here is just like when the price takes a massive hit. That's the first one. So, let's see what we got going on in the chat here. BitConnect, Venezuela, he said, electricity in Romania is a bit more expensive than the U.S. average, and Oklahoma has the least expensive electricity there, around 8.5 cents. Why do you know that? But great information. I love it. So, all right, next one is very important. This is a strategy that is constantly used. This is called FUD.
Kind of sounds like fudge.
Yeah, so you want to talk what we got here? FUD.
Yeah, pretty easy one. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. This is what IMF, Jamie Dimon, all these bastards.
This bitch now, what's her name? Christian, whatever.
I don't
from
even pay
IMF.
attention to who those
What
people
a
are,
fucking
because they always
loser.
change, right? I mean, they're powerful for now. But somebody will replace them as their job eventually.
Hopefully a robot.
But yeah, these people, when they like to spread this misinformation, which we call FUD,
right?
Just to scare the shit out of normies, so that they don't norm in, and help this asset actually increase in value.
So fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So when they say Bitcoin is used to buy drugs,
oh my god.
People will be like, fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
And they don't tell you, oh yeah, how many people in South America bought drugs with cash? United
U.S.
States.
dollars.
Yeah, US dollars.
U.S. dollars, pimpin'. No.
Well, that's what looks cool, right?
Yeah, so they're like, look, at the end of the day, and anybody from an institution that profits off of predatory lending or just dealing with any type of fiat currency, if they're talking shit about Bitcoin, it's usually because there's a threat. They don't have your best interests in mind.
Well, they wouldn't even be talking about it if it wasn't threatened.
They don't even
care.
They don't even care. People only talk about this shit if it's a threat. It's just the same thing. Like when you meet a dude that's a hater, and he sees a dude living the hot dude life at the bar, and he's like making jokes, and all the girls around him like, man, fuck that guy. My biceps are bigger than his, bro. Blah 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 blah. Like, no, you're just trying to spread some FUD to bring that guy's value down, because at the end of the day, you're a bitch. But in the same sense, when you see Jamie Dimon, who is the president of, is he president or CEO? What is it?
I believe CEO.
CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase. Talking shit about Bitcoin, saying Bitcoin is used for money laundering, then he's caught for money laundering. Right? Hilarious.
Exactly.
He's trying to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt about the coin, and sometimes FUD will cause the price to drop.
Yeah. Sometimes, people who have, well, we'll get to this later, who have weak hands, people who can't hold on to the Bitcoin strongly, they're the ones who start bringing the price down because they give up real quick.
Yeah, good. All right, so let's go to the next one. For you guys watching on Instagram, you got 1 minute and 30 seconds to get on over here to YouTube. DYOR. Do your own research.
So this is what I say after I show what I see in the charts.
Yeah.
Right. So when I'm looking at, some people call it reading the tea leaves, or looking at what's happening. Like Molotov said, you're not predicting exactly what's going to happen. You're just looking at probabilities, what could happen based on past. So if you don't believe me, do your own research.
And you should do your own research
no matter what.
No matter what. If you're gonna buy fucking Dogecoin or whatever, like go to the subreddits, read the news, take in as much data as possible to make an educated guess in regards to making a decision that is in your benefit. Don't just, if like Charlie just comes to me, he's like, hey man, just buy this new coin, buy X coin. I'm like, what's X coin? It's like,
don't matter, just buy it.
Just buy it. It's it's going to the moon. You're gonna make $1 million. Like, oh, okay, sounds good. That's just really bad idea. You don't want to be doing that.
Around YouTube, around Twitter, around Instagram, I see all these guys saying, just follow what I do and you'll make money.
Yeah. Dangerous.
Oh my, no, dude, like it's worse than BitConnect. I mean,
yeah, just follow what I say. So basically, join my program. Follow what I say.
I can't even help but laugh at that shit.
And I'm going to make you rich. Like, oh, okay. Should I just hand over all my money now? Why don't you just do it for me?
Yeah, because if people who are doing this technical analysis knew where Bitcoin was going, they'd be multimillionaires. They wouldn't be talking about this shit online.
And the last thing they want to be helping is your loser ass.
Exactly.
If you can know where this is going, you're going to make $1 jillion.
Yeah, so I think commonsensically is something too good to be true if it sounds too good to be true. Because, on this channel, we don't, we hold people's hands a little bit, but not really that much. We're just giving you information. You're absorbing it. And then, like Jacob, you go and you take that information. Okay, here's what I need to do to get mining started, or here's what I need to do to get my trading knowledge. If you actually take action yourself and put the work in and do it, or if you watch us every day and then you actually start taking these micro actions, 10 to 15 minutes a day and start doing some of this stuff, and you do your own research, you'll be making money. But if you just follow some other person and you're a lazy ass, you're going to lose a shit ton of money, and that person's going to walk away laughing.
Yeah. Not good. Not
be
good.
Careful out
not
there.
Good. Do your own research. Like even when what we say, just because we say something, don't
doesn't mean it's true.
Don't trust us 100%, because this is not financial advice.
Exactly.
But do your own research and tell us if we're wrong, and call in if you think we're wrong. You think we're a bunch of scam artists, call in.
Yep.
Next thing we're going to talk about is the ICO, and that stands for the initial coin offering. So like an
IPO.
Like an IPO, initial purchase offering. An ICO is the debut of a coin. Okay? So let's say a new coin's coming out. X coin is coming out. Like, yeah, X coin, every time a stoplight turns red, you get fucking $5, right? And you're like, oh my god, X coin is fucking amazing. Like, so what these people will do is like they'll have a pre-sale and they'll take all the money in, and then they'll adjust the price based on how much they make in the pre-sale.
Right, and they'll use that money theoretically to to build up this ICO or this cryptocurrency's use case like a normal company. But you can see the Federal Reserve, or not the Federal Reserve, the United States government, the Fed, going after a lot of ICOs recently. The SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commissions, they go after these guys who basically took all that money and ran, and the price just of their coin went to shit, which happened 90% of the time. Well, not 90, but a lot of the time.
And the ICOs are heavily regulated all over the world because
now they are after that.
Yeah, like
they weren't at that time.
And even in Facebook, you can't, because during the Bitcoin rush, the great bull rush of 2017, it was unreal. Like these people, like we know fucking Zillacoin dude who was like, remember?
Oh yeah.
It was this guy. We met him at Two Dogs in Roppongi, and this dude was like shilling us. We'll talk about what shilling means, but he was shilling his coin to us, and he's like, all you gotta do is pay 1 Ethereum a month. We're like, sounds great. Yeah. Sounds great, you fucking guy. And
pay 1 Ethereum a month. You can get this information on my app and blah 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 blah. It just didn't make any sense.
And so, but I mean, he walked away with like $16 million.
Yeah, and he was one of the ones that was under the radar. You know, nobody's going to go after that guy. He's small potatoes compared to these guys who are making, you know.
He's got ultra fuck you money. 16 million, like that's existential crisis money. That's like shit. Now I just got to sit around and wait to die. Like everything's covered.
Or become like, you know, Jeff Bezos is like, I just want to take over the world. You know, you get those two types of people. One like, you know, stops, one that keeps going. But
Jesus Christ. But yeah, like, so through his ICO, he made $16 million during the rush, and now his coin, it's like Zilla coin. I don't even know.
I don't think I've seen it
I don't even know what Zilla coin is doing. But anyways, that's an ICO. It's the initial coin offering. You got to be careful.
You got to be very careful.
Very careful.
Do your own research on those.
Definitely DYOR on that one. Do your own research. Make sure you're looking into the company. Check their social media. I check people's Twitter. I check their Instagram. I check what they're writing on Reddit.
Their LinkedIn.
Check their LinkedIn. Like if a guy like you did it this week, like you check the guy, he's like he's doing an ICO, but he's like a fucking restaurant manager.
Yeah, he's been like a restaurant manager for like 20 years, and then all of a sudden he's starting a crypto company.
Now he's a blockchain expert. Like, okay, guy, okay, sure. Like, you know that company, the blockchain like Long Island Iced Tea Company or whatever. They changed their name to Blockchain.
I don't know.
There's a company in New York that I think they were like called like Long Island something company, and they were like a iced tea company, and then they just changed their name to Long Island Blockchain, and the price of their stock shot through the roof.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's still the Wild West out here. I think 2017.
But that was just a stock, and they just changed their name.
Oh, the stock. They changed the name of the stock
to Long Island Blockchain.
That's hilarious.
And it went through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
So. That's an ICO. Just, you know, just be careful. You can get burned hardcore in those things.
Yeah.
And then that's the next one. We talk about going to the moon or mooning.
Yeah, not showing your ass out a window when you're driving by somebody else.
Right. So basically, when the price takes a fucking super jump out of nowhere, you know, like the other day, Bitcoin mooned from 4,100 to like 5,200, right?
Yep.
So it mooned $1,000 in one day.
Yeah, and that's going to low Earth orbit as well. I mean, compared to what Bitcoin usually does. You know, when we think about going to the real moon, of course that is, you know, exactly what you're saying, but also, you know, thinking about those long-term goals of the next all-time highs, you know, those types of things, you know, practically going to fucking Mars at that point, but...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so going to the moon is like, you know, just the price is going so high, you're going from Earth all the way up to the moon.
Exactly.
So, or you say it's mooning right now, right? So that in the future, we're gonna just start talking in slang. We're gonna kind of up the intensity of the whole lingo on the show. So
yeah,
you gotta.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we can always refer you back to this episode, or you know, you can kind of learn as you go, that kind of thing.
And that's what our boy Maltov was saying. If you guys want to call in, maybe call in right now, 657-383-1318. He was saying HODL. HODL. So
what? I don't even know if you can say it 5 times fast.
HODL. So what the fuck does HODL mean?
So some people think that it means hang on for dear life.
Or hold on for dear life.
Yeah, hang on, hold on, whatever you want to say it. Right. But actually, it's not an acronym. It's just a misspelling that happened in the early days of Bitcoin. Whether it was purposeful or not is another thing. But basically, yeah, it's just hold your coins.
Yeah. So this guy, basically, so we got the actual article right here. So his all caps right here. His title of his thing is "I am HODLing," and this is a typo. And he says, I typed that title twice because he's kind of spazzing out here. He's not even typing correctly. I typed that title twice because I knew it was wrong the first time. Still wrong, whatever. Gifts out, girlfriend's out at a lesbian bar, Bitcoin crashing, why am I holding? I'll tell you why. It's because I'm a bad trader, and I know I'm a bad trader. Yeah, you guys can spot the highs and lows, pit, pat, piffy, wing, wong, wang, just like that, and make $1 million bucks. Sure, no problem, bro. Like the weak hands are gonna likewise the weak hands are gonna like, oh no, it's going down, I'm gonna sell. Hey. And then they're like, oh god, my asshole, when the smart traders who know what the fuck they're doing buy back in. But you know what? I'm not part of that group. When the traders buy back in, I'm already part of the market capital. So guess who you're cheating, day traders? Not me. Those taunt threads saying, oh, you should have sold. Yeah, no shit. No shit I should have sold. I should have sold moments before every sell and bought moments before every buy. But you know what? Not everyone is as cool as you. This guy's losing his shit. I love it.
He probably lost a lot of money as well.
And this is from December 18, 2013. He says, you only sell in a bear market if you're a good day trader or an illusion to noobs. The people in between hold. In a zero-sum game such as this, traders can only take your money if you sell. So I've had some whiskey actually on the bottle. It's spelled whiskey. Whatever, sue me. But only if it's payable in BTC. So this is the...
And then this shit went viral.
And that's the thing. These guys have started writing HODL, Epic Thread 3-2. We all shall HODL. Spartans HODL. You know, that's when these guys... This is how the HODL meme became popular, was from this guy losing his shit. There, I am HODLing. So when we say HODL, you know, it means just hold on to your coins, you know. Don't freak out. Don't lose your shit just because the price may be plummeting or mooning. You know, you want to be intelligent about your trading and get rid of all the emotions that is possible in your decision-making process. And then Nabil, for some reason, says there are traces of cocaine on U.S. dollars. Is true. Ivor says, am I correct in saying that you guys are the crypto training as Rollo Tomasi is to guys getting their shit together, as in giving the tools to navigate the climate? Yes, we are the only, right here, okay, we are the only cryptocurrency show in the manosphere. We're the only fuckers, as of right now, who know what the fuck they're talking about. And as far as the English-speaking world goes, we're the only cryptocurrency call-in show.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we are...
Well, a lot of these guys, they're afraid to put their face on YouTube. They do a lot of these just voiced over chart things.
Right.
You know, they don't want to actually interact with people and get potential, you know, negative questions towards them.
They don't have
stuff.
social skills.
Well, that's probably true. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, it's one of those things, okay, like if you're going to put this information out there and help people, you want some interaction, right? So I think that's important.
So, Nabil says, just connecting the dots and preparing for the worst case scenario. I'm trying to get better at this. You will. You're very young. You're good. Maltov, who called in, says, yeah, and as soon as they changed their name, the stock price jacked and then crashed. Yeah, that's for the Long Island blockchain company or whatever. John Shore is ICO, Iced Coffee Outlet. No. You forgot the rocket ship emoji to go with the moon, says Jacob.
We should have got some gifts on that one, to be honest. There's some good gifts.
Yeah, just throw some rockets in the chat for us, guys. There's rocket chat emojis. There's rocket emojis in the YouTube chat. Just if you want Bitcoin to go through the moon, just flood the chat right now with rocket ships. Let's see. Take the chat to the moon.
I think you do a colon and type rocket, and then it goes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
No, I think you just click on this thing right here.
Oh, the actual emoji thing.
Yeah,
and type rocket.
No, I think it's here. Travel.
There it is.
Yeah. Is that one too? What is that?
No, it's a satellite. But Blockstream does satellite, and there's lightning.
Whatever,
Something like that.
Yeah, shooting stars, rock. Yeah, you go to the moon, baby.
Moon.
Yeah, let's keep it. We're gonna go here. Let's keep it going. So
Getting it started.
Close that. Next one we're gonna talk about is a whale. Okay.
Not that whale tail.
And a whale is not a feminist woman, okay? A whale is, we're talking about a Bitcoin whale is what we're talking about here.
This is something you want to be, if you could be.
You want to be a whale. So what a whale is, this is really bothering me, I don't know why. What a whale is in Bitcoin is somebody who is super rich, and they make a large movement in the cryptocurrency of whatever you're monitoring. Like, actually, can you bring up your chart again? Can we do that? Is that possible?
Yeah. Let's go like this, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, we're gonna give you an example of whale movement here. But a whale is somebody that they.
Which coin do you want?
Bitcoin with the recent whale movement.
Getcha.
Yeah, they're looking. This is like when there's just a jump in price movement. And we talked about this if you go back to our episode 2 weeks ago. You know, we talked about how Bitcoin's price jumped up 20%, and it was right here, this candle right here, this long one. It went from 4,100 all the way up to 4,900, but it peaked.
And that's not even including the wick, which goes up to about there. Yeah.
And so it peaked at 4,500, 5,400, almost 5,500, right? So this was a Bitcoin. This was a whale. What a whale did, they tracked it on the blockchain, and a whale came in and he put $100 million US into the Bitcoin price, and caused it to go up globally.
And also, I think the people who are doing something like that are smart enough to know, because a lot of people in the sphere were thinking that it would happen a few weeks later, not at that time, so they kind of preempted or went ahead of the market. So the kindling or the stuff was already there to start the fire. They just lit it.
Yeah, and that's what it is. A Bitcoin whale is somebody who comes in and just drops a shitload of cash. Or they could buy in, or can whales affect it downward as well?
They can slow it down, but if it's already, like, for example, that one that happened in November, December, if it's going down hard like a rock and you throw, if a whale throws down, it'll slow it down maybe for a day or two. But most of the action will accelerate down in the end. So they don't do that usually. But they can start downward trends if it looks like it's kind of teetering and then it's going to go down anyway. If they sell, it just accelerates, a few days before it would usually happen. It would happen earlier.
Okay, and then next we're going to talk about this one here, which is what is an airdrop. So you want to cover that one? That's pretty easy.
Yeah, sure. So if you just, I think Wikipedia is always our friend. Good information for free if you know how to use your fingers and keyboard and Google. You can find any of this information out and go in depth. But basically, all this information on Wikipedia you do want to double check, but just for the gist of it, an airdrop is a distribution of cryptocurrency token or coin, often for free, to a large number of wallet addresses. So I've had this happen to me a few times. On Binance, sometimes you see just some random currency. I think the one called Engine, which is a Singaporean company, but is heavily used in South Korea, was actually airdropped. I think I got like 15 free bucks of Engine in my Binance from an airdrop.
Yeah, I think it was 15 Engine coin, which is actually, I think it's kind of...
Or maybe it was something like that.
Because I have 15.
It's not that many.
I have 15 coin as well.
Yeah. So it's just, they just put out that to a lot of different addresses on Binance, so that people say, oh, I have this in my wallet, what's this? And then kind of get interested, they look into it, and then that's kind of their way to do marketing for the people who are already trading on those types of markets.
So basically it's when they just give away free cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you have one cryptocurrency, like I know Omise Go was going to do an airdrop. I don't know if they did, but they had some other spin-off coin that, like, if you hold Omise Go, which is OMG coin, if you hold this, if you have 300 OMG coin, you'll get matched 300 in this other coin. And a lot of people, what they do, they just take it and they liquidate it as soon as they get it.
Yeah.
And you're literally getting free money.
Yeah.
So
and sometimes it's, kind of a petty amount. Sometimes it's actually worth something. So, if it's not that much, you just sit on it and see if it does anything, or you just liquidate it right away, put it back into Bitcoin, do what you do.
Yep. Good stuff. Let's go. We got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we can just blast through a few of these, huh?
Let's do it.
So hard forking.
Hard fork. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, when you have a blockchain, you have a chain of blocks. That's the simplest way to put it. And these, in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, these blocks are filled with transaction records that happened. And so the longer the block, the more trustable it is. So once you decide, let's say you disagree with Bitcoin or Ethereum and you want to change something about this, you do what is called a hard fork, which means you use all of the past blocks in the blockchain, but then from the point that you make the change to the algorithm or to however you're using the coin, then you start a new chain of blocks, which will go in tandem with the other original chain. But the original chain and the new chain will not be the same from that point forward,
right?
Which is called a hard fork.
So the most important one that happened within our lifetime, I would say, is probably Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah.
Because
and also Ethereum was big for the history, but that Bitcoin Cash was bigger in terms of, it happened after that. It was kind of a second big one.
So yeah,
We don't need.
Yeah. Let's just keep it simple. So, Bitcoin, and the people who are in charge of Bitcoin, they wanted to keep the size of the blocks here at a certain size, and Bitcoin Cash people wanted to increase the block size
because they thought it would make it faster, and they'd also lower the fees on the trading.
Right. So they wanted to make the block sizes larger. So what they did, it was sometime in June that the Bitcoin forked, and the good thing about August. So the good thing about when a cryptocurrency forks is that if you are owning your cryptocurrency, as you have access to the private keys, it's not on a fucking exchange somewhere, because then the exchange just keeps your money.
Yeah, and they get all the free tokens.
They get free profit, bunch of scumbags. But so, for example, when Bitcoin forked, right, in August of 2017, if you had 10 Bitcoin, you automatically got 10 Bitcoin Cash for free.
Exactly.
If you had 100 Bitcoin, you got 100 Bitcoin Cash for free. So it's always important to A, be in possession of your cryptocurrency to the fullest extent, okay? And B, pay attention to the news to say, is a hard fork occurring? What's going on? Because you'll notice a lot of these companies, like, these fucking... these assholes, Bitflyer.
Oh, right.
They want to. They always send us the emails, right? Bitflyer is the worst exchange in the world, and Bitflyer, fuck you, Bitflyer, from the Tokyo Crypto Show. We're in Tokyo. Bitflyer, fuck you. That company, what they do. So if there's going to be a fork, they say, hey, just so you know, we're freezing all accounts.
Yeah.
We're freezing your account. So you can't take your cryptocurrency out. Why? So they can keep your free Bitcoin Cash. Yeah. And they did that. Just pieces of shit. Just scumbags. Just scumbags.
Pretty bad. I mean, the forks, you'll usually know a couple of months in advance that it's in the works. Whether it will happen or not is a different story. So you can start to cover yourself there. And yeah, there's some shifty exchanges that a couple of weeks before it happens say, well, if you don't have it up by the end of the month, your SOL, screw you.
And that's what happens when you
fucking messed up.
Yeah, that's what happens when you outsource your responsibility. So that's what a fork is. Fork's usually a good thing in my opinion because you get free money.
Yeah, and there's some people who are like, oh, doesn't it dilute the value of Bitcoin? No, not at all. It makes a new asset. If people want to value that new asset, they can. But Bitcoin doesn't change. Bitcoin keeps its original purpose. It's the way it is. And so it's just a totally new currency. It's been done 1 million times, and Bitcoin price keeps going up. So it's just fine. And then I did an episode on this. Not everybody. A lot of people who are new to crypto, they think, oh, if I buy a Bitcoin, I have to buy a whole Bitcoin.
One Bitcoin, yeah.
Which is now $5,200. Oh, it's too rich for me. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Of course, you can buy fractions of a Bitcoin, which are called Satoshi.
Right. So these are smaller increments. So like there's dollars and US dollars, and then when you're dealing with coins, they're called cents. So in this situation, there's Bitcoin and then there's Satoshis. So as it here on the screen, it says the smallest fraction of a Bitcoin, 1 Satoshi equals 0.000000001 BTC. Satoshis are usually referred to as sats. Example given, 2,000 sats are equal to 2,000 Satoshis.
Yeah, and so all those zeros, you could say Bitcoin can be divided up to 100 million times. So if 1 Bitcoin becomes $1 million, 1 Satoshi will be 1 penny in relation to the US dollar value. Which would be kind of cool if that happened.
Yeah, it would be great. Fuck the IMF. Demonetized.
Oh yeah. Well, the IMF might be a little bit bearish.
Yeah, so
you might say.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this now. Bearish. So there's 2 types of markets in cryptocurrency, right? So there's bullish. Obviously, you're gonna grab Rush. He's if you open it, he's in a little bag. Oh, there he is. There he is. So here's our boy Rush from Bread Wallet, the official sponsor of the Tokyo Crypto Show. He is indicator of the bull market, and the bull market is the opposite of the bear market. So let's talk about the bear market real quick. What's the bear market?
So the bear market.
It's when the Russians come in because Bitcoin's a scam, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And yeah, Vladimir Putin made Bitcoin to destroy the Western civilization.
Right.
You know?
Great idea. Great plan.
They're spreading the FUD like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, it's when the price is generally in a downward movement is bearish. So we were in a bear market for most of 2018. And oh yeah, there's also a thing called a bear whale, or there's a whale who tries to affect the price downwards. It's a little bit harder than a normal whale.
But a bear market is when everything is going down in price.
Exactly.
Everything is down and out. So right now we are in a bear market.
Exactly.
We're in a bear market.
Well,
and bear markets typically last longer than bull markets.
It depends which point of the situation it is.
Well, this bear market has been way...
It was shorter than the bull market because if you look at the bull market from when it technically began, when nobody was paying attention.
When was that?
It was the middle of 2015. Then it lasted till the end of 2017. So
that was bull market.
Yeah, 2.5 years. So
wow.
Now, if we are now in a bull trend, nobody's going to think we are because we're at the very beginning of it. They're going to wait until it's confirmed, and then once it confirms, it's going to feel shorter because they're going in at the last part of it. Whereas if you look at the true beginning, which was in the middle of 2015 until the end of 2017, that's about 2.5 years. Versus the bear market, which if it is over, was from the end of 2017 to the end of 2018, which is just a year. Right. And that's also because of the pattern. If you look at from where the beginning of these exchanges started tracking Bitcoin, for the history that we can see, if you know that whole trend from that beginning, then you can see, well, the last bear market was actually shorter because of a lot of different reasons, but we won't get into the details. But
so basically, bear market is when the price is down. Let's go to the next one. Yep. Should be what I believe. Boom.
Rush.
Bull market.
Bullish, baby.
Bull market is that's what we're prepping for right now. Theoretically, we're not in a bull market.
Well, theoretically, we don't know.
So I still think we're in a bear market.
Yeah, that's the safe way to go.
Because
I'm gonna
of
go
the
on
whale.
The side.
Because that was a whale movement. That wasn't organic.
Yeah, but it was also preempting sentiment, which was already there. So basically, if you have like...
but was it that large of a jump?
Yeah, think about this. So
they weren't expecting that large of a jump in one day.
They weren't thinking about it in one day. They were thinking about it in 1 week.
Okay.
So think about it this way. If you have a house which has kerosene all in it, and has matches lying around and everything, but it doesn't have any spark, is it going to start on fire? That's what people were feeling in January, February about Bitcoin. Is it was prepped for a potential jump, but something had to ignite it, and so the timing of that was not expected, especially for how short of a period of time that happened.
Right.
So I believe we're at the beginning of a bull market, but that's yet to be determined. And once we break through the 6,000, then for sure, we're probably going to have trouble breaking through it. But once we do break through it decisively and stay above it, then you can really be bullish, and that's when people will start going crazy about it a little bit more.
So that's what we're thinking. Bullish is if you say I'm bullish, like for example, you say I'm bullish on Bitcoin in 2020. It means I think that the price of Bitcoin will potentially moon.
Exactly.
Right? Or if you say I'm bearish, like for me, I'm bearish on. I know you have faith in this coin. I fucking hate Verge.
I have faith in their marketing. I don't have faith in the coin itself.
I think Verge is shit. I'm very bullish on Ripple because that's
which we have the opposite opinion.
Right. So I'm very bullish on Ripple because Ripple is controlled by the banks, and the banks are a bunch of fucking scumbags. And I trust in their scumbaggery to make that thing go up.
Well, you know what some of them have been doing now is they're trying to make their own coins, basically take what Ripple has done and then try to do that themselves, so they undercut them. So some of their scumbaggery might go against them as well.
It's adorable.
Yeah, but they're all going to fail. So I think, Ripple will go up in price simply because it is there, and it actually is amazingly fast. Like if you actually try to move it across wallets, it is extremely fast, which is, its selling point. But yeah. Long term, it depends what you're looking at. If you're looking at 5 years, sure, it'll go up. But if you're looking at 30, 40 years, that's a different story, right?
Yep.
So, anyways, yeah, it's healthy to disagree in crypto because that's where you actually learn stuff. I think. Fuck you. All right. This is what you can do to the lady that you bring in your room next.
pump and dump. So pump and dump is like basically when somebody they take money and they inflate the price. So theoretically, this last Bitcoin jump in price was the result of a $100 million pump. So
apparently,
right. So well, that's what happened. The guy, he bought in 100 million. So this pumped the price up. He pumped in 100 million US dollars. The price pumped up from 4,100 to like 47 or something.
Yep.
And then now it's at 52. So, but with pumps, you know, there is usually a dump after, right?
Yep, which has not happened in this case, which shows you of something, but yeah.
Right, and that's why I got out a couple, like last week, I was looking at the price, it was kind of falling, I was like, fuck it, I don't need this stress, and I just got out, right? I was expecting a dump, because I know that 100 million was pumped into this, and I was figuring, like, eventually this guy's going to take his money out, or he's making some kind of sketch investment, I don't know, but I had a feeling, based off of my past, like, I see the pumps, and I see the dumps, like, there's so many pumps and dumps during the bull run of 2017.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, and that's, like I said, like the whales, when they get in at a, calculated point.
Yeah.
They don't just get in to get in, and then they dump also at a calculated point. So they wait to see how many normies, jump into it.
Yeah. You want to throw this bull in my face, get some revenge?
No, I'm
okay.
good.
All right, let's check the chat. Let's see what these guys are doing. Oh, the back end's showing now. All right, so let's see who we got here. John Shore says, what is to stop the privately owned Fed buying cryptos with its fabricated, made-up electrodollar? Would that not be the biggest whale? Well, in order to buy, other people have to be selling.
Well, and also, not only that, but also exchanges would have to list them. So, for example, if they made a coin like that and everybody knew that it was a Federal Reserve coin for a stable coin, all the exchanges would have to allow it to be put on their exchange as well.
Yeah, so it would be a little bit more complicated than that. Johnny, I know you're coming from a position of fear, John, but you got to realize they're not as powerful as they think they are. We outnumber them like a jillion to one. So, and then Tony S says, could you use a whale to your advantage? For example, you buy in, then later a whale drops cash into to BTC, thus triggering FOMO and spiking the price further upward. Yeah. Yeah.
So like if you're listening to our show in February before this huge price increase, even if you didn't know the whale was, coming to buy, some crypto, and you were just in it to be in it long term, you'd take advantage of that just like that.
And then John Short says, I thought pump and dump was another term for ejaculate and evacuate.
You can do that too.
It's the crypto ejaculate and evacuate. Okay, let's burn through these things now.
Alrighty.
Okay, altcoin, all other cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin, not Ethereum. I don't know why Ethereum's here.
Yeah, these people like it, that's why.
Yeah, they have an Ethereum wallet right there, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But all cryptocurrencies that's not Bitcoin is called an altcoin, which means alternative coin. And then what's the next one? What I think it is? Yeah. So there's Bitcoin, and then there's shit coins.
Yeah, pretty much everything that's not Bitcoin.
Everything that's not Bitcoin. Like, Molotov Cocktail is a huge Bitcoin guy. He loves Bitcoin, and he thinks everything else is a shit coin. So altcoin, if you want to be politically correct. Shitcoin, if you want to be a fucking douchebag.
Just want to be real about it.
If you want to just keep it real, yeah. And there's a lot of shitcoins out there. I mean, look, let me just show you. Let me pull up a fucking list real quick. Is CoinMarketCap, right? CoinMarketCap. If you go to CoinMarketCap.com, you got shit here like, B-Box token, Waikiki chain, Power Ledge, True Chain. Pivot's not that bad, but it's definitely
been up there before.
Took a dump, yeah. Zcoin. I mean, if you go down, Hypercash, I'm going all in on Hypercash. Hypercash is going to the moon. MadeSafe used to be up at the top. ARK used to be at the top. Project Pay. These are all pretty much. I remember when Golem, they're like, "Oh, Golem's the future." Fucking Jesus.
Yeah, people rationalize after they already, emotionally buy in.
Huboy token, that's Chinese. That looks Chinese.
Yeah, it's the exchange coin.
Engine coin is the one we were talking about. It's 15 cents, yeah?
Yeah.
16 cents.
Yep.
Verge is less than a penny now. I might buy all in on that one.
Hell yeah, baby. Bump it.
Bitcoin Diamond, that was a fork of Bitcoin. Zilla, is that the guy?
No, it's a different one. I looked into that once.
Omise Go is a shitcoin.
and Dogecoin, which is right above it.
Dogecoin is a major shitcoin. I really had faith in Omise Go. I got a good amount of Omise Go in there. So, but yeah, then Dogecoin. So these are all like a crypto.com chain.
Weird. Yeah, the one that's Bitcoin SV is probably the biggest shitcoin of them all.
Yeah, this is a fork of Bitcoin as well. So
yeah, the fork of Bitcoin Cash, which is a fork of Bitcoin, so it's just a fork of a fork.
Yeah, it's a clone of a clone, so it's fucking fully retarded.
Inbred to the next level.
Let's go to the next coin. You want to get some Electronium, red coin. You can get. I think there's. Do they still have? Let me see if they still have it. I'm not even joking. It's big. Where is it? Big. Is Big Boob coin gone?
There was no. There was some. What was it?
Boob coin. No, I know there's beer.
There's a few sex coins. I forgot what they're called.
Are they just not listed? Is beer coin gone too?
No, these put 2,150. So, put in what's that one that the movie one?
What's the weed coin? Is it weed? What's the one Dennis Rodman's supporting?
Oh fuck! Fine, I didn't buy that shit.
Yeah. Oh, is it Kush coin? I think it's called Kush coin. No.
There was what was that one with the from that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, First Blood?
First Blood coin. Is that on here? Yeah.
So that's still if that's still out here, then it has the correct one.
Here's the First Blood coins. If you guys want to buy First Blood coin, it's 13. Here we got the First Blood charts.
Go up to the top, you see the ad. See this ad up here.
Get paid while others trade.
Hold on, I think if they show the picture again. So stop getting wrecked.
Stop getting wrecked.
Anyways, just had to point that out.
That's funny, man. That is fucking hilarious. I can't believe they got rid of Big Boob coin. That was my favorite.
What was the one? Spank Chain. That was the one that's the one for...
Spank Chain.
For the porno sites.
Spank Chain, 1 cent, down 16%. Jesus Christ, look at that.
Things got it together.
Look at, where did they launch this? Like right around the bull market.
Oh, of course.
November 2017, took the huge jump. Spank Chain went up to 52 cents, 59 cents, and then now it's a fucking penny.
Yeah, it's worse than a penny.
So if you can catch these shit coins during the pump, you're good to go. This guy made 400 million. Fuck yeah, let's sign me up. Sign me up. Okay, so yeah, that's a shit coin. Let's burn through these. Bag holder, that's someone who holds a coin throughout a pump and dump cycle for future rewards.
An idiot.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, very good. Weak hands is somebody who panics when they sell. So that's like me. I have weak hands sometimes. Like if I see, oh shit, like the price fluctuated, I gotta get all out. That's just somebody with weak hands. They can't HODL, so their hands are weak.
You can't hold it.
Let's go to the next one. Proof of work. Oh, this is too difficult.
Yeah, well, just know that it's there. Look into it yourself. It takes a while to explain it, but basically the mining, the computer power put into mine Bitcoin.
So let's get rid of these. And shilling is like basically selling a coin. Like we're shilling
ourselves.
We're shilling crypto. Well, we're selling ourselves. We're shilling cryptocurrency in general. We're shilling saying, hey, cryptocurrency is the way to go. But then you meet these people, like we met the Zilla coin guy, and he was shilling his coin to us. Like, hey man, pay us 1 Ethereum a month.
Exactly. And this definition is not exactly correct. So it says it starts with the negative connotation of tricking people into thinking that a coin is a good investment for the future. So we're shilling Bitcoin, but we're not tricking people that it's going to be a good investment. So I would say shilling is a little bit of a broader definition, which is kind of just selling or selling yourself or selling a coin for something that you think will happen. Sometimes it does have an ulterior motive. Sometimes it does not. Sometimes it is actually what people see is happening. So if we shill our own services, we're just trying to put value out there.
Yeah, when we met CZ, he was shilling Binance to us.
Exactly, and if we would have bought at that time, we would have made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, fucking hell no.
So
how much was it then?
I don't even, we'd have to look on the charts, but probably not that much. Because I waited until a couple months after we met him to buy it. And I made a lot of money on that even then. But yeah, so shilling is not always a negative. It's okay to shill if it actually is something that has value.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
Oh yeah, so that's it.
So yeah, that'll do it. Go to the just get it going. So yeah, congratulations to the 16 of you that made it all the way to the end.
Good stuff.
You guys are the real MVPs. Why are there so many coins, tokens? Because the barrier to make them is pretty low.
Yeah, I kind of liken those coins to you remember Pogs?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Pogs. There's a lot of coins out there that are just, sometimes people think they look cool or they have an interesting name or something like that, so they try to buy them, sell them, trade them, but they don't really have any real value.
Yeah. So, if you can identify if a shit coin is going to be pumped or not, you can make a little money. Like, now is the time, some coins will be pumped in the bull run. I think Dogecoin will probably get pumped again.
Oh, Dogecoin has a solid community behind it, right? They love the memes, so it's always going to be there. And then it always, all these alternative currencies or altcoins, they always follow Bitcoin. So whenever they all go up, because Bitcoin's going up, it's going to be going up. So, yeah.
Bitcoin is like America. The world is its bitch. And so, when Bitcoin goes up, everybody goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, everybody goes down. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching us. This was the longest episode, I think. Almost 2 hours. 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, we went through some good stuff.
But, yeah, we got some so if you like what you're watching here, I mean, Charlie does it Monday to Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. On his show, Cultivate Crypto. You can find him at cultivatecrypto.com. And then also follow him on Twitter now, at Cultivate Crypto. And then in addition to that, you can join up his newsletter. And then we are here every week at 9 a.m. Eastern doing the Tokyo Crypto Show. We are the only cryptocurrency show in the manosphere. We are the only call-in cryptocurrency show in the world. So we are the premier. We are the guys who can come and get free information from at any time. Tell your friends, tell everybody. And until then, we will see you guys next week.
Perfect.
See ya. Take care and make a lot of money.
Live long and prosper.
Lambo life, baby. Moon, moon, moon.